You look at your bank account, and then you look at guys online talking about their stock market wins, and you feel that familiar knot in your stomach. You're working hard, you're making decent money, but you're not getting ahead. You feel like you're on a financial treadmill, running faster and faster just to stay in the same place. And whose fault is that? We can blame the school system that taught you about the Roman Empire, but not about Roth IRAs. We can blame the banks that hand out credit cards like candy. We can blame a society that screams at you to buy things you don't need with money you don't have to impress people you don't even like. They are all part of the problem. But the real reason you're not investing isn't because the information isn't out there. It's because you've been told the lie that you can get your financial life in order later. The truth is, building wealth isn't about one magic stock pick. It's about taking a series of simple, sometimes uncomfortable, steps in the right order. Today, I'm giving you the complete 7-step blueprint that has taken millions of people from broke to millionaires. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a get-rich-for-sure plan. We are going to break down the exact path to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. But I'm going to challenge you. If you're just looking for another video to watch while you scroll on your phone, this isn't for you. But if you are serious, I mean truly serious, about changing your family's future, then stay. Because the next 15 minutes could be the most important of your financial life. The first uncomfortable step is to build a wall between you and life's stupid emergencies. Before you invest, before you do anything else, you have to save $1,000 for a starter emergency fund. Think of your financial life like a ship. You want to sail to the island of wealth, but your ship has a dozen small holes in the hull. Every time a small wave hits, you take on water. The $1,000 is not the whole ship, it's just the patch kit. It's the quick fix that stops the small leaks from sinking the entire voyage. There was a guy named Marcus, a truck driver. Every time he felt like he was getting ahead, something would happen. A busted tire on his personal car, an unexpected bill. Each time, he'd have to put it on a credit card, sinking him a little deeper. Finally, he got fed up, sold an old guitar and a TV, and stuffed $1,000 in cash in an envelope. 2 weeks later, the alternator on his car went out. It was a $700 repair. In the past, that would have been a disaster. But this time, he just opened the envelope, paid in cash, and kept on moving. For the first time, an emergency was just an inconvenience, not a crisis. You have to accept that you will never get ahead if you're constantly being knocked back to zero by minor setbacks. The second uncomfortable step is to finally face the monster in the room, your debt. You have to pay off all of it, everything but your house, using the debt snowball method. Trying to invest while you're in debt is like trying to fill a bucket with water when there's a giant hole in the bottom. The interest you're paying on your credit cards and car loans is draining your money faster than any investment could possibly fill it up. Paying off a 20% interest rate credit card is a guaranteed 20% return on your money. You can't beat that. Emily was a teacher with $40,000 in student loans and credit card debt. She listed them all out, from a $500 credit card to her $25,000 student loan. She attacked that $500 card with everything she had. In 2 months, it was gone. That victory, that feeling of crossing one off the list, gave her the fuel to attack the next one. It took her 2.5 years, but she paid it all off. She said the feeling of making that last payment was better than any vacation she'd ever taken. Your income is your greatest wealth-building tool, and you must reclaim it from the banks. The third uncomfortable step requires patience. After you're debt-free, you must build a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. Think of this emergency fund as the foundation of your financial skyscraper. You wouldn't build a massive tower on sand, would you? Investing without this safety net is exactly that. The first major storm, a job loss, a medical issue, and the whole thing comes crashing down. You'll be forced to sell your investments at the worst possible time. Daniel was an assistant manager at a retail store. He and his wife spent the year after becoming debt-free saving up $20,000. It felt boring. Their friends were buying new cars and going on fancy trips. Then the company downsized and Daniel lost his job. But instead of panicking, they lived off their emergency fund for 4 months while he found a better paying job. Their emergency fund turned a potential catastrophe into a career upgrade. This step isn't about getting rich, It's about making sure you never become poor again. The fourth step is where the game truly changes. Now, and only now, do you start investing 15% of your gross income for retirement. Investing 15% of your income is like planting a tree. For the first few years, you don't see much. It's just a small sapling. But you keep watering it month after month, year after year. Then one day you look up and you have a giant oak tree providing shade for your entire family. That's the miracle of compound growth. Let's go back to Emily, the teacher. After she paid off her debt, she started investing 15% of her $50,000 salary. That was $7,500 a year or $625 a month. It didn't feel like much. But by consistently doing that from age 30 to 65 with an average market return, she's on track to have over $2 million for retirement. $625 a month turned into millions. You have to decide that your future is more important than your present comfort. The fifth step is about setting up your investment accounts in the right order. This isn't about complexity, it's about strategy. The rule is simple. Match beats Roth beats traditional. Think of it like loading a truck. The first thing you load is the free stuff someone is giving you. That's your company's 401k match. If your employer offers to match, say, up to 4%, you must invest 4% to get that match. It's a 100% return on your money instantly. After that, you load the most valuable stuff, a Roth IRA, where your money grows completely tax-free. If you max that out and still haven't hit 15%, you go back and load the rest into your traditional 401k. Marcus, the truck driver, started his investing journey. His company matched up to 3%, so he put 3% of his income there first. Then he opened a Roth IRA and started funding it. He hadn't hit his full 15% goal yet, but by following the order, he made sure he got the free money first, then the tax-free growth. He maximized his every dollar. Playing the game with the right rules is how you guarantee you'll win. The sixth step is to choose your investments, and we're going to keep it incredibly simple. You will invest in good growth stock mutual funds, spread evenly across 4 categories. Don't try to be a stock-picking genius. That's a loser's game. Think of a single stock as one egg. A mutual fund is a basket with 100 eggs in it. If 1 or 2 crack, it's no big deal. We want to put our eggs in 4 different, strong baskets. 1, growth and income, which are big, stable companies. 2, growth, which are medium-sized companies. 3, aggressive growth, which are smaller companies. And 4, international, which are companies outside the US. Emily didn't know a thing about stocks. Her investment professional helped her pick one mutual fund from each of those 4 categories. She set it up to automatically invest her $625 every month, split evenly between them. She doesn't check it every day. She doesn't panic when the market goes down. She just keeps buying month in and month out, trusting the process. You don't need to be a Wall Street expert to build wealth. You just need a simple, proven plan. The 7th and final step is to work with a professional and commit to long-term learning. Don't try to do this all on your own. Think of an investment professional like a personal trainer for your money. You can go to the gym by yourself and wander around, but you'll get much faster, safer, and better results if you have a coach who knows what they're doing. They keep you from making emotional decisions, like selling everything when the market panics. Daniel, after he found his new job, knew he was ready to invest but felt intimidated. He found a financial advisor who had the heart of a teacher. The advisor didn't just tell him what to do, he explained why. This gave Daniel the confidence to stay the course, even when the news headlines were screaming about a market crash. He knew he was on the right path because his coach had prepared him for the journey. You must decide to be the CEO of your finances, and every good CEO has a board of trusted advisors. So there they are. The 7 uncomfortable but life-changing steps. 1. Save $1,000. 2. Pay off all your debt. 3. Save 3 to 6 months of expenses. 4. Invest 15% of your income. 5. Use the match, then a Roth, then your traditional accounts. 6. Diversify with 4 types of mutual funds. 7. Work with a pro. Your salary doesn't determine your financial future. Your habits do. The world will try to sell you complexity and shortcuts. But the truth is, the path to financial freedom is simple. It's just not easy. It requires discipline. It requires you to do the uncomfortable things today so you can have a life no one else can have tomorrow.